All right, so you are welcome to this section. So in this section, I'll quickly complete that part that I started working on the other time. I think it was last week Sunday. So let's quickly just round it up for this class in this session. So I was about telling us how we can remove that background for those of us that joined the class. So to do that, we go to, let's bring out the image first. So go to your own splash, then you search for your own splash, then so it's coming up. So you just just type that keyword that says engineer, then hit click on your search icon, and let's scroll down, look for that particular guy we used the other time. Yeah, I think it's, so let's do this one. All right, so we have this, so you can click on. So we have this. So I can use my scale to just scale it a little. So we have this over here. And the next thing to do now is to, now if I should place this, you see that it's covering that circle, even though I reduce it to. So I actually want to remove this background. So to do that, you just go to your plugin, go to manage plugin, and search for remove PG. Remove PG. So once you have done that, you'll be given a, so when you click the remove PG, when you click on it now and you click on run, you can't be able to make use of it as in immediately. So what we need to do is that when you type that remove PG as what we have done there, then we have to install this plugin. So to do that, we are going to set an API key for it first. So let me click on this my run now. Click on the run. Can you see it says set API key? So I need to do that first before I click on this run. So once I do that, it will be bringing set API key again. But for the first time, I will need to set the API key. So I just select that API key, click on it. So when I click on it, so what I need to do, I need to set that. So this is the API key, which is this one over here. I need to save it there. So I can click on save. So this is because I've installed this before. But if you have not done that before, you can just go to this remove PG, which is a website. This was what I was trying to show us the other time. So when you get to this side, just go to your login. So or your sign up, just log in with your Google account. Or if you have a login details before, you can just choose anyone. If you have a login details, be on this website before. But if you don't have, like I said, you can just use your Google account to do that, your Gmail account to do that. I can select my own Gmail account. So I'll enter my password. This will take a long process. I'll enter my password and so on. But I won't go to it because this will take another time for us. So I'll just enter my password, select, let me quickly check if you can just do that. You just want to do that for us for those that we just do that for the first time. So let's quickly do that. So I'll be able to go to my dash. So I'll just come over here. I'll be able to go to my dashboard now. Click on that. Then go to your accounts, my accounts. Then go to your dashboard. So on that dashboard, you go to your API keys. So when you are there, it says new API. So you can easily select for a new API key. And just click on this, which is new API key. So this one over here, you can say create API key. So you just copy this. So when you copy this, now, you can select from here, just say copy. So when you have done that, it says save changes. Now you cannot go back to so you may do without this. You can just do without this or just save it. So what I'm trying to say is that it's because I've installed this particular plugin, remove PJ before. So that's why it's bringing this directly for me. But for your own case, if you are just doing it newly for your own case, you have to go through other process I showed us. Go to, because it won't bring this one automatically. You don't see something like this. So just go to your dashboard, do this and so on, create an API key for yourself. Then you come over to your Figma file and paste it. You paste that one that you copy from there, you paste it here and click on save. Then you now go back to your image, select the image now again, right click on it, and go to your plugin, go to remove BG, which is this one. Then what you now do now is to click on run. You don't need to click on set API key again because I've done that. Just click on run. So once you have done that, it removes that background for you entirely. So we have so we've been able to remove that background. So like I said, if you are just doing your own initially, it won't bring that that key that it brought out for me. I'll need to go here, copy it, and paste over it. So we have this. So you can now drag this now to this and let it be. So because it's staying on the frame now, because it's staying on that circle, which is that frame selection, so you can now set everything to center, so that it can stay on the center of that frame, and so that anywhere I move my frame to, it will also, everything will move, both the circle and the image, everything will move together, because all of them has been constrained to the center of that frame. So I have that over there. So I can maybe let me scale that image a little to reduce it a little. Don't forget, when you are doing something like this, always use your scale tool to do that. Always use your scale tool to do that. So I have this. So I think this is okay. So so that is what I was trying to show us the other time. So we'll be able to remove the background. So let's go back to what we have now for today. So what we're going to do now is to quickly complete the other parts of this section. So we have been able to create all this one over here, like what we have here. So let's quickly create the other section and view everything on our different layout grid. So I'll just do it on my T on the keyboard for test, then type our theme. So I'll set that to 18, that's our theme, to font size 18. So this will be 18. So let me just increase it to 18, which is fine. Then now I want to increase the canvas so that we can see the workflow properly. So I have this over here. So I can set it to auto height, which is the test. So I have that. So the next thing I need to do, I need to create auto layout on this sheet A. Then I need to set it to white. So yes, to white. Just click on your plus. Then the next thing I need to do, I need to set it to center. It's already on center. Let's close this. It's already on center, which is fine. Then I need to set the direction to vertical. And the reason why I will set direction to vertical is because I want to bring a line to stay on this our thing. Unlike the other one that the line was there, which is horizontal direction. But this one I want to set it to a vertical direction. So I can quickly rename this to our team for the sake of identifying it when we turn it to a component. So I have our team over there. So again, like I said before earlier, let's set it to a vertical direction. So from horizontal, I'll set it to vertical direction. So anything I bring into it will stay vertical. So I have that. Then let's give a gap space of 16 for that. So we set that to 16 to the gap space. All right. So I have that. And the next thing we need to do now is to create that line. Don't forget we are following sorry for that. Let me quickly bring what sample we are following so that you can see what we are actually following. So we are following this sample here, this particular template on Floss website. I think it's floss.com. That's what we are actually following. Floss.com. Is it floss.com? Let me confirm that. I think it's Floss. Let me just say Floss. Let's see what's. Okay, I think I've seen that now. Elementor or something. Okay, I think this is it. Let's check this. I just want to show us what we're actually working on. So I can also. So this is just go to demo. So demo then. So let me just quickly show us what we are working on. So we're actually working on this particular site over here. So this is what we are working on. So let me click on that. So as you can see, this is what we are working on. So the next section we want to do is to create that's our team section. And on the card, also to create the card under that our team section. So that's what we're trying to create. So we've been able to create all this. I didn't actually see this particular image, so that's why I used that guy over there. So we have created all this in our last class, created all this one also. So the next thing we want to create now is to create this our team. So this is where we are now. So that's what I'm trying to do. So let's go back to our Figma file. So then you notice that there's a line on it. So that's why we make this auto layout to be a vertical auto layout. So I'll just use my pen tool. Go to your pen tool. Just hit P on your keyboard. Then just make a line. Click on that canvas first. Then the second line. And just do something like this. Then use the escape key to take it out so that it will not stick again. And you can go back to your move tool. Then this color, this one over, you can give it maybe a strength of 5, a width of 5. If that is small, let's make it maybe 3. Then give it a color. You can give it a linear color to mix it up, or just only one single color. Do anyone. So let's assume we have something like this. Let's make it yellow. I think we use this color for that one. So let's quickly check that. Um, so let me just bring this to stay close to others, so that we can just view everything at once. Let me make it stay somewhere here. Okay, so I think we use this color over here. So let's make it this a bit bigger now. All right. So this one over here now, you can just drag it to stay inside, to stay on that. Just drag it. This is our. You can also drag from here. You can drag from here. Expand this our thing. You can drag this vector now. Just drag it inside. So you notice that it's staying vertically inside. So you also do the same thing from the Figma file. I mean from the Canva over here to drag inside or here. Anyone is fine. So we have that. So the space, the gap space between this now, you can make it to be. I think we've done that to be 16. You can make it to be 16. So let's quickly do that. Okay, which is fine, which is 16. Or let's reduce it a little. Gap space is too much. Let's give it maybe 8. Okay, so we have that. So the next thing we need to do now is to create that other part which says meet with our Flux team member. So just create on that text. So you quickly type meet with our Flux team members. So you can just drag this out and give it auto heights. So we have that. So this is what we're actually doing now. As in this one here, meets with Flux team member. Okay, meets with Flux team member. So let's remove that hour. That one is not there. Mix with Flux team member. So we have that. So let's set that size to. Let's set this size to maybe 64. But that is a big font size. 64, and let's make it bold. Actually bold. So we have that. So let me reduce this side too. Bring everything to scale somewhere here. So okay. So we have that. Let's take it back and do this. So just try to make sure that your work is there. So we have that. So the next thing to do now is to add auto layout on this Shift A. Then when you have done that, you set that auto layout to center, which is already at the center, which is fine. Then the next thing to do, you give it a white color. Then set that text inside of it. The text now, not the auto layout, the text inside of the auto layout now. Set it to fill container. Set the text to fill container over here for responsiveness. Then the next thing for you to do is to now check. Also, this same text, you can set it to center, which is here over here. Center, to be at the center. So let's check if it is responsive. Select that frame. Let's check. So you can see it's responsive. So the next thing to do now is to select this auto layouts, this one, our team auto layout here, and this frame 21. But let's quickly rename this also to meet Flux member. So you just select our team and this one also together and add another auto layout. So when that is done, so that new auto layout now that we have selected, we need to put it to center, set it to center, and also make it white, which is fine. Then let's now check the, let's close this. So let's check the responsiveness of this now. Like I can see that the gap space is too wide. So let's set the gap space to maybe something like 60, or let's say maybe 40. Let's give it a padding to the top of maybe 20, so that we can have something like this. So we have this over here. So before we make it a component, so let's check if everything is responsive. So you can see that everything is actually responsive. Everything is, it is what we want it for. So we have been able to achieve that. So what we need to do now is to set it as a component. So just click on this component sign over here, which is this. So let me check that. Okay, let's still set our space to 20, and let's increase this size a little bit from it. I think we give it a 10. Let's set it to maybe 22 or 25, and let's make it medium. So I think it's okay like this. So let's set it to become a component now. So it has become a component over here. And the next thing we need to do now is to set that, is to quickly do that's our card where we have all the team members. So I'll just use one, then duplicate it to make order. So I'll use my frame to do that. So I have my frame over here. Then I'll quickly go to on Splash to bring my image to stay there. So I can just quickly go to a plugin, go to Unsplash. So it's coming up. So when I get to Unsplash, I'll just quickly look for an image to use to represent the team member. Then then now create a text about that team member that will be inside that frame. So I can say, let's use engineer as the keyword. So just quickly pick anyone, just for the sake of this class, because of our time. So let me just select this. Alright, so we have that over there. So you can close this. So let's quickly make a test that talks about this guy over here. So here I can say that this is a think, it's a founder and thinker. Like I said, that size to, I quickly said that size maybe to 24. Then make it a regular, from medium to regular. Then after that, I can set an auto layout on it. Shift A, which is very important. Then set the padding of that auto layout. Padding around to be 8, top, right, left. and so on to be 8. Then this also to be 8. Then also I'll give it a fill color of white and set the alignment to left, which is what we've done over here, to left. So I can quickly rename that and say, okay, this one is name Control R to rename. I go say web from down. So I have that. So I can just have this stay somewhere here. And I'll create the name of this person now. So I'll hit on my letter T on the keyboard. Then just say, okay, maybe let's say the name is James. What can we use? Let's say James Collins. Let's come up with any name. Then you can set that to 18. You shouldn't be the same size with the founder and center. So 18. Then you can make it bold. Let's make that one bold. And let me zoom in a little bit. Then let's set an auto layout on it also. Shift A. Shift A. Then let's set it to be white. And let's also make it to stay at the left. Then because it's always at the left of the web layout. So let's set the padding also to 8. So this one to 8. So let's quickly rename that also to web name. To web name. So let's check if this is responsive. As you can see, it's not responsive. So set the text inside it. Set it to fill container from org to fill container. And select the auto frame again and check. So it's responsive. Let's check if this is also responsive. It's not. Select the text also again. Set it to fill container. So that should be responsive. So to bring both over here. So what we need to do now to both is to combine both together. Just combine both together. Add another auto layout on the Shift A. Then the gap space over there, let it be close. Let's say we have something like 8. Then let's set it to white. Then you can just rename it and give it a name that's let's say complete. Let's say complete name. Just come up with anything that you can. So we have that over there. So let's check if everything now will be responsive. So you can see the founder is responsive, but the callings, the web name is not responsive. So select the auto layout on it, not the text now. The text has been set to fill with container. So let's select the frame holding it now, also to fill container. So let's go back to the main frame holding everything and check. So as you can see, it's also responsive. So we have that space already. So the next thing, let's check now. So the next thing we need to do now is to is to create this icon over here. As you can also see, I think this color has a kind of gray. Let's quickly do that. Select the text, that founder and thinker, select the text and give it that gray color. I think we have something like that. Just scroll down and give it, I think this is the color. Something a little bit thicker. So actually, make sure that you normally use a particular color to make it consistent. So let's assume we've used this now. So we just note this down and copy it in case we want to use it for other ones. So that everything will look the same. Now, so we have done that also. So for me, I think that space is still wide. The gap space is still wide. So let's take it from 8 to maybe 4 or 2. can reduce the padding of each of those items to 4. So that everything, just only the top and bottom to 4. Then the padding of this one also to 4. So everything will look a little bit closer. So we have that over there. So let's quickly create the icon. To create the icons, quickly go to quickly install another plugin called Bootstrap. Call it Bootstrap icons. So you can get all those icons you want to use now from material design or hero icon. You can get it also. But I'm just trying to show us the various plugins for icon that you can use. So I think I saw it. Okay, this is it. Just click on it. Click on run. For this one, you don't need to set API. This one is not like remove background. Just click on run. Then it sets everything for you automatically. To bring all our icons, let's check what we have here. We have Facebook icon, Twitter, we have Google Plus, we have Pinterest. So let's quickly bring all those icons to stay on our Figma file. And we'll give each icon a size of 24 by 24. So let's quickly search for the first one, which is Facebook. So let me quickly check the variance. This one is so I need a Facebook. Let's check if I can see the one that has. I only need the one that doesn't have that background of it. Okay, let me just go back and see Facebook. Let's bring it out first. So let's see where it's staying on. Sometimes it may stay at another place. So sometimes it may be phony sometimes. So let's go back, do that again. Plugins, it has been installed now. Bootstrap. So you have Facebook. So you can see where it's staying. So sometimes it may be funny like that. So just make sure that you bring it here. Let it stay here. So let's quickly do for others. So that one will be for Twitter. For Twitter, we actually want this type. So bring this on to stay here. So later we'll resize everything. Then let's quickly check for, just bring everything out at once. Next one is Google Plus. So if you don't see the main one, you can just quickly use something to represent that because of time. Or you can check other icon plugins. You can check other icon plugins like the material design if you can see the actual one that you are looking for. Then let's check for Pinterest. I think I have P for that. Let me check. Those are P. Okay. So the actual one that we didn't get now is this Google Plus, and I think you can see manually this Facebook. So you can go to, again for the sake of the time, you can go to material design or hero icon to check the actual plugin you are looking for. So let's enlarge this back. So each of this icon here, we set it to 24 by 24. So this one over here, let's quickly do that. 24 by 24. So I can delete this one. And this one too is 24. So you should also be careful with the width and the height, because sometimes the equal size may not work fine for what you want to actually get. So like this one, the width should be maybe longer than the height. So maybe 28. So I think it's better like this. Then this also to 24 by 26. Or let's say 24 also. Then the pin press also, you can do the same thing. Or you can just do two, then you later duplicate and be changing the icon. Sorry, let me bring it out. So all this, like I told about frame, can delete all this frame that comes with the icon. Just delete all this one. We don't need all this one. These are the frames that come with the icon, with the vector icon. So let me take this one out from the frame also and delete the frame. So I think this weekend we'll talk about how to create our own icons by ourselves this weekend. So let's bring these two out away from the frame. Delete the frame. So we have this. So let's quickly make that line, or we just quickly go ahead, copy this one. Let's just copy this and bring it out. Sorry. It has entered vector mode. We'll take it back to normal mode. So just drag it. Drag this one out. So you can create another one by yourself to start from the beginning again by going to pen tool and so on. But I just want to. So here I have this. So for this one now, it's bent over here now, is vertical, it's staying vertical. So I can just go to that rotation, which is for the angle, set it to 90. It should be vertical. So I have this. And I can also reduce the height. I can reduce the height to where is it? I just reduce from here. Just reduce it from here. So I have something like this. So what we need to do now is this. We need to set, let me increase it a little bit. So we need to set this, two of this one, or only one of this one, to an auto layout first. Just select two of them. Or let's do everything at once together. Select everything at once together. And do auto layouts on them. Shift A. So auto layout at the other. So on that On that now, you can expand, as in the gap, the what's it called, the padding around to maybe 10, and this one to 10. Then you can give it a white color, which is a fill color white. So the spacing there is too much, so you can set it to. I don't want to rename it now because I want to just give it I want to do everything together and give it a name at once. So we can set that to what do we want to do now? Okay, the spacing to maybe 4. Let's too close to maybe let's check 16. Let's check what we have here. Okay, so let's set it to maybe 20. So we have this. So this icon now, let's check the direction of it because I want it to stay beside it. So let's check if the direction of this is horizontal. If it is vertical, it will stay under. So let's check. So it's horizontal, which is fine. So I'll just bring my icon here, just drag it inside that frame to stay at the left. So I have that over here. So you can see that this frame over here, it's at the same line with this, which is fine. So let's go back to. So that means I won't give this, or let's leave it like that, like the way it is now, which is fine. So I can just rename everything now to. Actually want the line, this F, J, and the line, everything to stay together, as in to be straight. That's what I wanted to check earlier. So I'll just quickly rename this to social media or to social icons. Just any names that is best fit for you. So we have this. So I can now select everything together now. I can select everything together now and make it another auto layout again. So what I need to do now is to select everything and do our shift A like we normally do. But before that, there's also I was thinking about something. Before that, before you make it an auto, let's do this and this image first. Then we later will now add this to it. So let's bring this one up here and do for. Let me reduce it a little bit. So I think this is too, let's kill this little. That's too big. Okay. So let's do auto layouts on this and this first. So do our shift A and set it to the left. We want it to always be at the left. Then what else? Let's give it a few color of white. So that's our frame now, a few color of white. Okay, sorry, I'm still on my scale too. So I just close it now. So that's why it was showing all these ones. So I want to be at the left. Then I go to fill color of white. So let's check if this frame 23 now is responsive. So as you can see, it's not responsive with the image. So that means I need to select that image. This is frame 22. Select it and set it to fill container also. So let's select the frame 23 now and check. So as you can see, it's responsive now. So what I want to bring out from this point is the space between this text and the image. As you can see here that the space is not too like wide like that. So I think it's also space is also okay like this. So let's now select the icon now together with this also. So let's bring this over here and add another auto layout. Or you can do it the way you feel that it's better for you. Just make sure everything is okay. To select everything out all together and add another auto layout. So make it if select it to the left and give it a thick color of white. Then the space between that this auto layout now carrying the image and this social media can close that space a little. Let's say maybe 10. Let's say 10. So it is fine. I want to check that size that we give for that name. I think the icon is too bigger even than the name. I think we gave it size of 18. Okay, is 18. Okay, just want to try that. Okay, let's check if you can, because actually the size of the should not be bigger than the name. So let's reduce this to maybe something like 18 by 18. And this one over here to 18 by 18, and this also to 18 by 18. And this is also to 18 by 18. So I think it's okay like this. So let's check if everything is okay now. Alright, so everything is okay. So this now I can just use this now to duplicate for others. So I don't need to do that now. When I'm placing everything on our layouts, I can now start doing that. So let me just make this to be a component. I'll quickly rename that. I say complete card or complete member card. So I have that. So let's go to, I think we've done with everything now. So let's now go to our layout grid. So the first one we are going to use will be our desktop layout grid. So let's quickly go to our desktop layout grid. So before that, let's look at how all these ones looks like. Let's really check how they look like. So on a desktop, this is how it looks like on a desktop, where we have all this over here. So if you go to inspect, let's check how it's going to look like on a tablet phone. So on a tablet phone, this is an iPhone. So on an iPhone, it looks like this. So this is how it looks like on an iPhone. And see the image is under the text. This is the display text. This is our display text over here. Talk about that. Then other images like stack on each other, other elements stack on each other because it's a mobile device. Then you can see that you don't have your links showing here. As you don't have that home, about, contact and so on showing here because this is a small device. So if you have that here, it won't make the design look fine at all. So that's why we have a kind of menu. Like when you click on this menu over here, you see the all those links coming up. So this is what we are also still going to do. So you can close it and so on. So let's click on the tablet to see how it looks like. So let's check this next up or this one over here. Just check anyone. Alright, so on tablet, it looks like this on tablet. So on tablet, we can still be able to manage the display text and the hero image, the image staying together, just like what we have in the desktop. Um, display of the. I'll start with. Sorry, it's coming up. Okay, so on our Figma file, I will go to. On our last class, we started doing that on our last class. Let me just go to. I think it's on page 8. It's on page 8. Sorry, it's coming up. Okay, so we have this. You can see it there again. So what we need to do now is to go to, let's check. So let's quickly check what we have. Okay, like I said, so this is a desktop. This is a desktop that we have over here. So let's quickly do the one for the tablet. But before that, let's bring that other things that we have done now. Let's go to our assets and bring those other elements that we just created now into it to stay on it. So select the MacBook Pro and increase the height downward. Because as you can see now, the height is anything we do here now cannot, like anything we do here now cannot, this space is too small for what we want to do. So for those of us that were doing the class last week, I told us that you don't tamper with the width of any device. You can only tamper with the height. So let's increase the height. Let's say plus this current height plus. When you're doing your plot, don't give it space. Just do plus like that. Plus, let's say 900. So sorry, please. It's just 1 minute. Just a minute. I want to quickly. Hello, sir. Fine, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. All right, I'm so sorry for that interruption. So we need to go to our assets, which is what we have here. Click on this. So those are our components. They are on the page. I mean, they're on the landing page, which is this one over here. These are other components that we have created. So just click on that. So just click on that. All right, I'm trying to check my network. So here we have that also. So the next thing we need to do is to bring in that what's it called? Bring in this. Let it stay somewhere here. So we have it there. Then enlarge it to. So let it stay at the middle, which is what we have. We can just use this to set it at the middle of the layout grid. So we can let it occupy maybe this field. Or I think okay, I may let it occupy something like this. So have exactly what we have over there. Alright, it's okay like this. Then the next one is that card that I told us about. Let's check for the card. So you can search for it. Simply use complete card to do that. Complete card. No, complete card. So I think we have. Let's check. I think I have not done it. Make it to be a component. So let me quickly check if. Let's go back to our landing page. So let's check if we've made it to be a component. So actually we have not. So that's why we can't. That's why we didn't see it there. So select it. Group. Yeah, make it a component. So this, the color we change to purple, showing that it has become a component. And you also have this sign around it. So let's go back to that our page 8 now. Then go to your assets. Go to your assets and to your assets. So this is the complete card over here. So just bring it in. Let me take it on up a little. So for the sake of the class, always follow that guideline of rows and columns for you to check how many rows that you are using. So when you are doing yours, or when you want to make it more like actually professional, always make your rows like what we did some weeks ago to be always follow the same as in the same spacing pattern. Use your rows to do that. So bring this over here, stay somewhere here. So because this is a desktop, you can make it to occupy. Let me zoom this so that we can see. So because this is a desktop now, we can make it to occupy maybe like 4 columns. This 1, 2, 3, 4. So just can use your scale tool to do that. To like so we have 4 here. So that means I still need to bring max. I mean select the mark again. Select it and still increase the size, which is the height downward. So let me say 1000 now. So I have that. So make sure this one stick to very well. And this one also stick very well to. So this is what I was trying to explain the other time. So you can copy this, Control D. To do that, this one should occupy 4 uh, column. This one too, 4 column. Actually, it brought itself, can allow it to just, when you do your control, you just allow it to set itself over there. And once it's not doing that, you can just drag it by yourself and bring it there. Then by default, when you once you press Control D, it's supposed to bring out duplicate what you have like you have copied or select. So we have this over here. Now you can now come over here now and change those image. Just select that particular image, which is this one. Then do your unsplash. You can go to your unsplash. Go to unsplash. So let's quickly look for the so let's quickly look for another engineer. Say search. You can say constructor, anyone. So it's loading. That's why it's showing all this blurry something because it's loading. Excuse me.